What's up, what's up? This is my boy Neptune. This big ugly prick is sitting here atop two rocks, looking out over what used to be the Atlantis Marine Park here in Perth. It opened back in 1981 or so, 1982 possibly, and it used to be Perth's very own marine park with dolphin shows, sharks, a lot of child's memories back then. All of this, these hills, as you can see down there with the concrete barriers around the edge of that hill, all of this sand here, all of these new plots of land down to the ocean used to be an old marine park, which has now just been left to time and it's turned into sand and empty land. So RIP to everyone that used to come here as a kid and enjoy themselves, because this probably was a good thing to come and do for a day here in Perth back in 1981. But now, between having different owners and just time itself and people starting to realize that maybe it's not a good idea to train and force dolphins and other animals to do things they don't want to do, it, after 10 or 15 years, sort of started to slow down. People didn't want to come. They were originally getting 1 million door tickets a year, and then it dwindled and then they eventually closed. And then the guy that started this place, who was called Alan Bond, eventually went bankrupt. And interestingly, claimed he had brain damage to try and get out of all of the court cases to do with this place. So smart play, Alan, but you're probably dead by now. But this is the Atlantis Marine Park up here in Two Rocks that most people from Perth, as well as myself, didn't know about. Most people probably don't. And yeah, it's a big attraction that has sort of been reduced to just sand and rubble. And now they're sort of starting to turn it into housing, and there's Coles and IGAs and cafes and bars here. I want to have a look around. I want to find the little statues and the murals that still exist here from back in the day. And obviously, this 10-meter tall statue of Neptune is also pretty cool to see. Obviously, Neptune is the Roman counterpart to the Greek Poseidon, god of the seas, which is why he's here with a big-ass trident. The first place we're going to have a look at is we'll head down here on this path, the original path to get up here. And I want to head down into there just to look at some of the old pools where they had the dolphin shows and the sharks and whatever else, just to see what's down there. But it looks like there's not much here. Obviously, you can just see it's just filled in with sand. But there is some of the old remnants of the outside of the ponds down there. And some of the little other bits of the theme park. So we'll have a look around. You can see how like sort of destroyed and just the path itself is just fucked. A lot of it's fenced off, but this main bit up here is still all open to the public. So I like how they do that, because they have sort of, you know, they did try to block it off to the public, but they shouldn't really, should they? Because it's heritage listed now. It's a big part of this area, because you can see they're building all of this into houses now. So having Neptune look over your entire suburb is like kind of a fucking sick thing, right? Since being here, there have been a shitload of people coming up and down to look at him. A lot of foreign people, I think because we're sort of on the outer suburbs of Perth, but also just because it's an interesting sort of touristy thing, you know? See, you have these old statues, this big walrus or sea lion, whatever it is. His nose is all fucked up. His tail's cooked. Mind you, this shit was built here 40-something years ago, so... And it's very windy here, right? It's so windy, the sand, all of it's just getting eroded away. There's like another walrus thing up there. But apparently these statues are spread not only just all around here, but you can just find them randomly throughout WA. Like you can go way down the coast and you'll just find them because they were just taken different places. A lot of the actual town, or just around this big hill where Neptune is is being turned into Coles and Woolies. There's an IJ down there, but they also have like a tavern and a cafe and stuff that was actually from that time. So it's all based around like this Neptune Marine Park idea. And it's cool that a lot of it still exists, but all of this just used to be water, you know, and just like, it's just a theme park and there's just nothing here now. This is like the outer part of the big pools that they had here 45 years ago, where they would have had dolphins jumping out of the water, sharks and shit swimming around. It's cool, like history. And it's far away enough to where people like me have no clue that this shit ever even existed in the first place. See, all of this is like another pool that used to be up here. And I think this was originally built by a guy called Alan Bond, who bought Channel 9 back in the day in like 1980 or something for like $1 billion. And then this place opened for maybe 10 or 15 years, and they sold like a million, I think it was literally 1 million tickets to get in here in the first year. What is this thing? Old speaker. Looks a little bit rusty, fam. This is like a full Yui Boom type gig, but no. Not me trying to hold down the power button as if it's going to turn on. But there is a lot of people that must just come here to like fuck around and hang out with their mates, because there is a shitload of rubbish here. Oh God. Bottles. Maybe someone lives here, right? What the fuck? A bike? Couches and shit? Does someone legitimately live here? Bunch of clothes, bottles, toothbrush, suitcase. Free Adidas slides, my boy, let's roll. Either someone was camping out here, or there's a lot of young, silly little lads that live here, or come here with their mates. Creepy. So much shit in my shoes. Brother, there's so much like clothes and shit up here. Spider web. Get the fuck off me. All right. What am I even doing walking through here? It's disgusting. I'm not one for bugs and spiders and bush and shit. Bruh. I'm already bleeding. Nice. Fucking spider webs everywhere. Oh, hell no. You think I'm joking, eh? Check this motherfucker out up here. Can you see that huge fucking spider? Please tell me you can see that. Bruh, I don't want to be up here anymore. Oh, bruh, do I have one on me already? I'm so terrified because I turn around to go the other way. And there's another fucking one. And where I walked through before, there was one too. Bruh, get me the fuck out of here. I'm actually getting out of here. I wanted to go a little bit further, Another spider web. I've walked straight through a web before, bruh. I wanted to go further in because there's a shitload more fucking like clothes and stuff over there, but there is spiders fucking everywhere up here. Oh, bruh, I'm so fucking scared now. Look, my leg's bleeding. I just wanted to see where the dolphins used to swim, and now I'm getting molested by spiders. Oh, it's a Minecraft pillow, lad. It's weird how there used to be so much cool stuff here, and now it's just fields of sand. Like, people probably came here when they were kids and had like the best time of their lives. And I bet everyone else does the same thing, but whenever I go to places like this and I'm comparing now to a different time period, I like visually see it in my mind of like people running around, stores, like dolphins jumping out of like ponds and shit. And now it's just houses. I feel like the money and the people that want to buy places like this just to knock it down and like lease out land, like the money always wins, you know? I believe there was also a place here called Capricorn Club, which I've seen some other Capricorn stuff, so I don't really know what it means. I don't know if it's like a specific part of this suburb or if it just has something to do with all of this. But they had a place called Capricorn Club, and they had a bunch of statues of famous celebrities at the time. And I think they might be over near the shopping centre, so I want to go and have a look. But all of this, from the main road here, all the way around to down where the water was, that's all ocean there. All of this was just water park. But 15 years is like a pretty sad effort, right? Like, you know, Universal Studios or like Adventure World, any of those other places have been doing it for fucking yonks. You can obviously as well, all the old footpaths and the fencing all still exists, which is mad cool. You can see here, all obviously that stuff there is new, but all of this path here, this old fencing, this old like rocky concrete sort of path that goes up through here to nowhere is all old. And it's weird how you can like walk around the roads that used to be part of this park and they just lead nowhere now. Because everything's just under dirt, under sand, under all of this shrub. A city lost in time. And I'll show you this part here actually. This is probably where this path back there was heading. But if you come up here, near this big car park, nice old parks and stuff, old bikes, sorry. This main footpath here, this brick footpath coming through this fence here, if you walk along where this path used to be, they have this dolphin sculpture here. This was exactly where the entrance used to be. This is a sculpture that sat at the entrance of the park. So you'd walk in here, good day mate, couple of dolphins, some nice graffiti, and then the old original path, you'd follow it around into the theme park and up to where my boy Neptune is chilling. It's quite old and like frail. But I think this statue here, as well as Neptune obviously, is sort of like the most known and well-renowned part of this park. But it's just littered with rubbish, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously the big rock walls to keep the wind and corrosion out. But you can see all of the original edging and probably where the path went. That's what I mean. You can sort of see where things are. Like you can sort of map out what would have been here. But now it's all just under the sand and dirt and whatever else. And this is the thing I'm battling with at the moment, right? After going through those bushes over there, I want to walk through the bushes here because that's where all the interesting shit is. But the fucking spiders, mate, shit me. Like I see a stick across from a tree and I'm like, where's he hiding? There's got to be something in here. Ah. You see what I'm talking about, mate? There's all of these old interesting statues, like this. What do you call that, like a big tiki man? Shitload of rubbish. There's more up here too. And apparently these were all sculpted by some random Californian dude. Ooga booga. This is one of the statues at the Atlantis theme park. It's like that emoji of that tiki dude with the big ass nose, a big ooga booga guy. Old as shit. A sleeping bag, that's kind of creepy. Gift cards. Shitload of gift card stuff. Bunch of chairs, walkway down to the water. I'd like to know who these people actually are, because I have no idea. I hope that's no one, because check the schnoz on him. Jesus, mate. Looks like XQC. Look at all of this. It's all just so close to like normal car parks and restaurants now. I don't know what that is. Looks like something that came off the front of a ship. It's literally me when Monday rolls around. That's it. The Wagyu monolith limestone interpretations of the Aboriginal Dreamtime legends that have been created by local sculptor Mark Lebuse. Proceeds from I can't really read that. Warana's Cave are donated to TVW Channel 7's telethon appeal. So this is all dream time stuff, I guess. Kind of makes my nose joke a bit insensitive now, doesn't it, knowing that? Whoops. Free pair of fucking shoes, mate. Heaps of the stuff around here like this. But it's a Sunday arvo, it is very quiet here. There's like no one here. Check it out. Neptune's Cafe, milk in it. This had to have been all part of the park before. For sure, my dude. But it actually looks pretty well looked after and kept. Mini Neptune. But if you didn't stumble across a video about this place, or if someone didn't actively tell you, you'd have no fucking clue this exists. But while we're at the front here, and I'll scream at you so you can hear me, we've got a flippin' good video planned for next weekend. I wouldn't even say, like, from your guys' perspective, it'll be good to watch. It'll be the first video where I'm like, damn, this shit's gonna be crazy. But I'm kind of also scared for my own safety to film it. So it might be the last video I film if I never come back, but it'll be a good one. And I've like done a bit of research already, so I know what it's gonna be like, and it'll be good. Oh. Ooh. He don't like me. I have some random room here called the Atlantis room. What's in the Atlantis room? Oh. I don't know if you can see, but it's like private room. Oh my God. There's a hole in the floor. We're going into that. Where was the hole in the floor? Spider check. Oh, check this out. Well, Atlantis and Neptune. There's not much left of you, I'll be honest. It's a shitload of bushland with old pools. There's Neptune himself, there's an entrance, and there's a bunch of old limestone statues. That's really all there is. But to be honest, what else is up here in Two Rocks? Fuck all, right? It is a nice little town in the sense of you have all the water and the ocean and the beaches. and a lot of fishing boats by the look of it. You have the tavern that overlooks all of it up there. Like it's not the worst place. Let's just put it that way. And I guess it's cool that there's a bunch of history here. But I sort of do wonder how many older people actually even ever came here, or what, like, was it a big thing back in the day? I was watching some other videos about this place, and there were heaps of what sound to be older people commenting saying, you know, you brought back a lot of memories. I came here heaps when I was a kid. Some guy was saying that he got to kiss one of the dolphins as part of the show. Obviously, he was an audience member, not a trainer. Should you come here is the question. Is it worth coming to see? Probably not. This video has probably shown you most of the stuff that you would care to see. It is, like I said before, maybe an hour outside of the CBD. So it's not close. And the amount of stuff to see here for that drive probably isn't worth it. Save yourself the hour there and the hour back. I'll show you the breakfast of champions. Well, I'll show you the afternoon lunch of champions. Oak Plus, excellent protein, and a white Magnum. Fuck yeah, boy. All right, so I guess to round this off here, I'm assuming a lot of you want to know what actually happened in the end, right? Where is the park? Why is it gone? What happened? And I guess to answer that question for you, in 1990, when the park officially shut, a lot of the dolphins around that time were having calves, right? They were breeding and they were having baby dolphins, also known as calves. And they decided to change legislation here in Perth. And because of that, they had to increase the size of the enclosures for it to be legal for them to have the dolphins specifically. This was also the time when Perth individually was, you know, we were at the end of a good cycle and we were sort of going into like a bust period, right? So Perth is very cyclical based on mining and the resource sector. And we were now coming into like the down time. Because of that, people didn't have the money to go to the parks, right? People had to spend money on more necessary things. So people stopped going, and the park didn't want to continue to upkeep their area because of the changing legislation and the decrease in revenue coming in. And because of that, they decided to shut it, and they filled in all the pools, and you know, that's why there's now just an abandoned theme park. People own the land there still. Someone else that has bought it, and now they're putting houses, shops, bars, stuff like that. But it sort of just came to the end of an era, I guess. And the changing sentiment back in that time from like having animals in enclosures, small enclosures, especially marine animals like that, I think that was sort of when things just changed, not even just here, but all over the world. And people people became more woke, I guess. So I guess over that 15, 20 year period, times changed. We came to the end of a good financial era. And yeah, times move on. So that park's there. There's a few things still left there, but at the end of the day, you know, nothing lasts forever. And I guess that's the end of the marine park that Perth once had. So interesting place. Probably wouldn't go there if you were ages away, but it's good to know and see that it's there. But yeah, that's it really. Interesting for me to see. Enjoyed going there, sort of different from where I live. So I like knowing that little bit of history. And like I said before, hopefully a few of you older people might have been there. So interesting place. And, you know, maybe I'll see you guys in a week. And I've got a good video planned, so it should be good. It's a little bit spooky. I might die. So we'll see what happens. And always check out the TikToks. As I say, I cut up these videos and I post them on TikTok. So go watch those if you want to see the smaller, more interesting parts instead of the whole video. I like doing the longer videos because I watch a lot of people that do similar things and I just lay in bed and watch them. It's like relaxing to me. It's calming. So that's what I try to do. And yeah, like I said, if you like the more individual parts, go watch them on TikTok and like, subscribe, because why not? There's interesting Perth shit to see that you probably don't know about, like this Atlantis Park. and I would like to bring them to your attention. So I appreciate your time if you watched this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely week and a lovely new year, 2025. Catch you later.